and American Airlines are merging. It's an $11 billion deal that creates the world's largest airline.
The new airline will be called American Airlines.
The headquarters will be in American's hometown of Fort Worth.
Question is, how will this merger affect passengers in southeast Wisconsin?
Our Vince Vitrano talked with an airline expert in our studios.
Jay Sorensen is an airline industry analyst and a Wisconsin guy who worked for many years for Midwest Express, later Midwest Airlines. Back in the glory days of air travel, when Milwaukee had wide leather seats just two across, Jay, and we ate off of China.
That's right. Those were the days.
It feels like a long time ago, doesn't
Yes, it was.
Well, thanks so much for being here. Let's talk about the merger today. I don't know a lot about economics, but generally when you have less competition, that oftentimes means higher prices for the consumer. Is that what we're going to see here?
I think you're going to see generally some increases, but I don't think you're going to see big increases out of this merger. And quite frankly, the airline industry needs the revenue. They had a very good 2012, but the industry is running on fumes. I mean, this is an industry that has been through bankruptcy many, many times, and it simply has to stop in order for the quality of service to eventually improve.
How is that happening? Because I know when I travel, and I hear this from people all the time, boy, my flight is full, they're overloaded, people are getting bumped because they have too many, people are still traveling, they're flying. You
can lose a lot of money on a full airplane if you aren't charging enough per passenger, and that's what's been happening. I mean, the whole arrival of the internet has really brought a clarity of pricing in terms of the consumer is able to instantly compare, and that simply did not exist before. And so the ability for airlines to increase fares to match fuel price increases really has been negligible.
Well, let's talk about the impact of the merger at Mitchell International. To my knowledge, these are two relatively small players at our airport.
Right.
Does this have a large impact on travelers out of Milwaukee?
Milwaukee is probably one of the markets that's probably that will be affected very little by this merger because American has a very significant hub in Chicago. US Airways probably serves the most important point out of here is probably Phoenix. So I don't see any changes to their service pattern in the Milwaukee market as a result of the merger.
Is there any potential with it, Jay, that it becomes a little bit more attractive for folks from here, particularly the southern part of the viewing area, maybe go ahead and make that drive and taking that flight out of Chicago?
You know, Milwaukee is always a very difficult market for United and American because it is so close, but it's far enough away that it's not really drivable for a lot of business travelers. And so, no, I think that probably American will continue to have the service that they have feeding their hub out of Milwaukee. But no, I don't see American increasing Chicago by any great deal in terms of flight activity.
All right, Jay, thanks very much.
You're
Happy
welcome.
travels. Mike and Carol, back to you.
All right, thank you, Vinny and Jay Sorensen.